Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio. We've had a little break. Let's get back to building our million minions. Drop down this way. I've now got all of this covered, and I've got logistics robots flying everywhere, but we've got a bit of a power shortage everywhere as well, so we're kind of just, that's going on, and it's doing what it's doing. But it might take a little while for it to finish doing what it's doing and to be able to get all the way through. And you can see right here, they get part way and then they stop. And this isn't a good thing at all. We need the robot highway coming through here. What we're probably going to have to do is like build straight lines. It's difficult to get them to go in dead straight lines everywhere. They will usually sort of help you out with that a bit, but it's going to take some trial and error to get that, because I've not really done it on diagonals before. I'll deal with that in a bit. What I want to do right now is I want to go like that, way over to there, and I'll just sort of bring it up to about that point there, I think. Like that. I got a few robots coming out. I got my own robots that are going to be spreading out and grabbing load. I got a load of construction robots here. They're also going to rush off and grab a few. Like that. And once they've taken that lot, I can finish putting down these. Well, actually, I can do that right now. Now, I got those 75 on me, so it would probably be rather prudent if I was to not allow my robots to go rushing off too far. Come down here out of the way of my own robots. If I stay away from them, I'm less likely to get into trouble. Bring them all the way down there like that. Right, that's my robots out of the way, so I don't need to concern myself with them. Then I can go back here, and I go back to the solar farm, and I put that one into there. So I've now got that bit in there, and then that one right there to finish that one, and that one in there to finish that one. So they'll go up, all the robots will go through, they'll work together, and they will produce all of that. And that's kind of like, that's the area with one radar in the middle. This isn't, it's not going to work with one radar in the middle. We're going to have to figure out another way of doing this. I want to do this with as few radars as possible, so that I'm not, I suppose, really, on the grand scheme of things, it wouldn't matter if I put a radar down in the middle of every single one of these patches. It's genuinely not going to make a big difference to the overall production of this entire system. So if I was simply to just change the blueprint ever so slightly so that I got one of them there in the middle of each and every one of these, it would still work out alright. And that would make sure that we got radars all the way through, covering everything. Right up on, it doesn't matter which edge we go to, how far we push the stuff out, it should all work just fine. Maybe we should do that. We will. Oh wait, where are you going now? Ah, don't do that. They've gone and rushed out, and they've dropped it. They've decided that they've got to go and deposit the solar panels, and yeah, that's going to take a while. I really wish they wouldn't do that. Is it my own robot? Come down here out of the way. And we're right back down to 0 power. I am actually really liking the way that it's cycling through the power at the moment. It's actually really awesome. And in a minute, it should... There we go. Solar panels coming back online already. Kicking back up through, so the power is coming back up through as well. Solar panel right there. And then that's immediately boosted those just enough to grab a little bit of fuel and start putting them into the steam engines, which then starts powering everything back up online once more and allowing everything to fly. Why are the solar panels... No, they're not shutting down again. They're just slowly powering upwards. So they're continually powering upwards. As the light grows stronger, so the solar panels are coming up. I got one of my robots over there. Can I shut off my robot toggle? Oh, yeah, I can. Right, I shut off my robot. Ah! Right. Do that. And then they come in. Right, that's actually very, very handy. I didn't even know I could do that. Now I know I will be doing that in future. Let's head back over towards the base. We will grab a little bit of coal on our way through and just see if we can help boost some of the steam engines a little bit. But now that I've got this kind of up and running, the next thing I want to do is I want to get a robot highway going to the copper and back again. Well, although, first of all, we're going to sort of concentrate on some of the other bits. I'm going to need a few... Wait. Like, down here. Coal, right there. We've got... The coal is running. Okay? It's doing stuff. She got very... I do have several thousand coal down there. Right, well, let's go and get some of that coal. I get as much of that coal as I possibly can. What I will do is I'll drop those in there like that. Then I will come on down this way. And I will grab all of the coal that I can get out of one of these. Out of one of these chests down here. Go like that. 2,200 coal. I'm going to use that to artificially just boost the burners a little bit. And one of the big issues is that we're not getting too much coal coming down over this side. So if I run over there now, I'll take all of the coal that I can carry over to that side. That should just help get the power going back upwards again. By putting, if I like got a stack of 100 coal into, oh, I think it's a stack of 50 coal. If I get a stack of coal into each of those burners, that's going to make a big difference, isn't it? That's definitely going to help. It's going to be my good deed for the day. Now go up there like that. Then go down there like that. And go up there like that. There we go. Right, that's all of the coal. I've got no more on me. I will dump the timber as well. I've got robots coming to collect all the timber. Yeah, that's dumped enough of that. And coal is now right. So I've now got the coal going. Even though I've just gone to put all of that coal and we've got all of those kicked in and running, it's still not producing very much at all. It's like there's such a shortage of materials right now. And I know I'm not really helping myself, am I? Like with the... Seriously? Is that... Wow, look how fast it's burning through the coal. This is why that we've got these issues, is because I've been reliant on steam power for too long. And we've got things like this going on right here, and we're just kind of waiting for things to power back up again and get the power running through. It does slowly work, but it is taking a while. We've got some serious backlogs. I got 75 of them. That's plenty of those. 9 in there. I got hundreds in there, so I've got no issues with those. I'm just going to dump the rest of them. And in here, accumulators... I got very few accumulators. Accumulators is an issue, which means batteries is an issue. I'm needing batteries. We've got a load of iron over here, but again, iron is running slowly, and until we get the power fully sorted out, it's kind of this vicious looped cycle continuously that is causing these problems. And yeah, it is a problem, and it will keep causing these issues, but it's slowly being taken care of. We are working our way through it, and we're getting there little bit by little bit. And this is actually a mistake that I frequently make when I'm playing this game, because I end up sort of not fully paying attention to everything I'm doing. I think that I will change my blueprint slightly, and we'll put a radar in the middle of each one of these, so that when I go to plonk down another one, I've got radars up here, which should have spread it out. So when I've got a 3x3 blueprint that I want to plonk down further up, it should cover the whole blueprint in one go. It might not. Mind you, if I put an identical radar in each one, with one of them in the middle there, just thinking maybe I could... No. If I put an identical radar into each one, I'd just be able to expand it out a little bit slower. We could do it in 4s. But then it wouldn't matter if I got a block of 9. That'd just allow me to plonk down a load more all at once. That'll be alright. I think that'll work. I can go with that. Everything stopped again. Nighttime. Oh, you gotta love the way that we're cycling through this at the moment. But yeah, at least it's working slowly. Now, where have I got batteries being used? So I got batteries being used in here. These two here are using a lot of batteries. So what we will do to start with, just for a little bit, 3,769 robots flying. I got 1,400 of them available in the network. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to here, and this is what I normally do, is I switch that one around. So that one will make one more when it's ready, when he's got another advanced circuit in there. This one's going to keep requesting the 100, but then it will stop. He's got the flying robot frames in there. He's not going to ask for any more of them. No, I'll just leave that one to it. I won't interfere with it. And it won't do any more. It's just going to stop right where it is. That one will stop there. That one will make a robot, but it can't go and put that robot anywhere once it's been made, once that one's been created. So it'll just hold it right there, and we won't put any more robots in just for a little while. So that's going to stop the batteries, because batteries are used in flying robot frames, aren't they? If you have a look at the material requirements for them down here, if I can find them, there. 2 batteries for every flying robot frame. And we also need the electric engine units and stuff like that. So if we stop producing those for just a little while, that's going to speed things up a little bit, and it's going to make some vast improvements. So if we can make these vast improvements, right now we're just waiting for some of these to charge back up again. Little tiny bit of extra power. And then once they've done that, it should all be tickety-boo once more. Takes a minute. They've just got to... See, they're working back up through the power. And as soon as the power's recharged, then the robots stop sort of flying around like they've gone slightly insane. And then they start concentrating on more important things. Like actually delivering all the stuff that they're supposed to deliver. Right. That bit is just fine. So we will... Let's just boost things a bit, shall we? See if we can. What have we got in here? Do I want that? Yeah, I will take that. Right. Go like that and take all of that timber. I've got 2,400 timber on me right now. I will come over to this side, and I will go down through here. There, that's going to help. If we can do this. I know I have just gone and put down, like, 150 more mining drills, which is probably not helping the whole power situation in any way, shape, or form. But I don't regret doing it. I absolutely 100% don't regret doing it, because it's going to, like, we've got the copper production there. The copper production is now running. It's able to produce on a continual basis. These are producing. We've got the batteries coming in. It's the accumulators that take a while, which is why we shut down at night at the moment. But they are still doing what they need to do. Electricity production is... Actually, electricity production is way down. But this is the order of consumption that they have here. Yeah, that's not really going to change very much, is it? Okay, well, let's just get rid of that. And I want to go up over here. All of these roboports over there, I'm sort of thinking, maybe I don't need all of them. But then, at the same time, I'm thinking, you know what? I'd rather just keep them going and... allow them to all be made. I can send some requests for myself for a load of bits and pieces and roboports and frames and stuff like that. So we can still have them being built. Now, I got 90. I'm going to take 200 of them and I'll drop them in there. Just like that. So then the robots will come and bring me some more red things. They will prioritize me for the red things, and then they're going to produce a load of roboports in there. And that's going to get more of them out and where I want them as well. Now, more roboports over to here is probably not going to be beneficial, because I've already got like this line down here, and I got that line there. Really, we're kind of looking at a diagonal line down to that. And we'll go down and we'll connect that one. But the way that this is going to work in the future is I'm not going to, like, go... I might extract some of that, but ideally what I do is I go out in a straight line. I just go in a straight line, and I start gathering these items. I bring them back, and I have a main sort of highway running through, full of roboports all the way, and then I bring the materials, and I ferry them up, along, and back to a main base. And I can go out both... I can go out all 4 directions of the compass, but I don't go out diagonally very much, because, yeah, it doesn't look so nice. It doesn't look quite so straight. And I don't find that the robots go do strange things around the diagonals either. If you just keep going in one long straight line and just kind of have your base like that, it does tend to work a little bit better. Right now, we've got this major power shortage, and the only way round this is continually pushing stuff into these. As long as I can continually keep pushing stuff into these, we will eventually get through it, but it's going to take a minute or two to do it because of, you know, all the power shortage. And it's kind of it's a very vicious cycle, because right now, like, see, the power is running down on the solar panels, so we're about to go with no power again, which means everything shuts down, and then it takes a minute or two to fire back up again. And it's this sort of very time-consuming process. I'm reliant on power to produce the best fuel source that I've got, and that also takes a while. So these constant cycles, it's going to take us a minute to work through this. And yeah, it is, you know, a very large part is bad management, you know, my bad management. A very large chunk of this is my bad management, and I should have done better. So in future, I'm hoping I will do better. You can see over here, right, these robots aren't charging up. It's because power is already dying down. And as power dies down, so the power to the steam engines dies down, because it won't keep running through the night. And yeah, and so on and so forth. They're really... It gets to the point where we can't really do a great deal. I grab another load of coal from there. And what I'm hoping is, if I run that coal back up, I'll just go back up to the nearest set of power stations over here. I'll take that, and we'll get an early morning coal boost going into these. Like this. If I do that, that should just help the situation out a little bit. Run over to there. Back up to that one. And then do that. That should just help the robots all boost early in the morning, because I've suddenly got all of that running up as well, so it should start to fill everything up. See, I've got 170 watts coming out, 134 megawatts coming off there. That's one full load of coal off of me. And the solar panels come back up. And eventually, we will have enough accumulators to finish everything. But right here, the big problem comes when you get it all shuts down for the night. So then you've got to wait for these to come back online. Once they do, then these construction robots think, oh, hang on a minute. No, I know what I was supposed to be doing now. And then they rush off and they go and do it. And then the others, they come back. So it's kind of doing it in stages. It's very, very slow stages. And that's the bit that gets a little bit of a nuisance, is because of how slow these stages are. So I think what we'll also do, because I've got a number of different items requesting red circuits. The red circuits are going all over the place, and I am being sort of prioritized with the red circuits. Alright, if we go up here, the red circuits are coming along here, and then they're going over to that chest over there. And, right, well, there's 12 of them. So, what I might do is... yeah, because I got those being made as well. We're working on this robot cargo size thing over here right now. Are we using... what are we using the red circuits for? Oh, I know what we're using them for. I'm just trying to decide. I'm just trying to think what we're using red circuits for. And we are using red circuits. We come down here, all the way through here. This requires a load of red circuits. We need advanced, so we need 5 of them for making each of those. And we need those to make the purple science pack. So we do have a slight issue with that. And we don't, fortunately, have any over there. But yeah, so there is requests for... We've got the red science being used... not the red science, the red circuits are being used everywhere. So I kind of need to make sure that I'm getting as many of these as possible. And that's what I'm going to do now. I think if I was to boost my own production requests for those, maybe I could get some more roboports being made. And that would help matters out as well. No, well... Reason being, okay, right, here's my argument, is if I can fill in some of these roboports, we should have less issue with robots running out of power on their way over to this bit. It's still not going to be a brilliant solution, because I've still got these spread as far apart as I can get them. We've got the little alleyways running up in the middle of them, but it's not an ideal situation. It really isn't. Right. I know what I'm going to do. No, I need to wait for those to finish. I haven't got enough accumulators, and I haven't got enough solar panels here either. They haven't even brought these over yet. I'm still waiting on them to be brought over. I've got solar panels here, haven't I? I know I've got solar panels. Yes, I've got 230 spare solar panels, so they are taking them away. They're charging them, but then they are taking their sweet time to get all the way over there. They're having to stop. So I need to just fill in some of those roboports up there. I need to manually build several of them. I won't bother increasing the number of red circuits that I'm carrying, but I will make 4 more of these, and then they will bring me yet more of these. I will pick up some myself as well. I've been slowly watching this, just like working, but it's slowing down because we're losing power from the solar panels, nighttime. Which means that the rest of the power is slowing down as well. So I've got a few bits in here, but it's just slowly ticking down as I don't quite have enough to be able to make everything that we need. And the whole system is collapsing. Once again for its nighttime shutdown. At some point, we won't have the regular nighttime shutdown. The nighttime... there we go. Right, complete nighttime shutdown. At some point, we won't actually be reaching this nighttime shutdown. Instead, what we will do is that we'll have sufficient solar panels and everything else to keep us running right through the night. And it's going to be glorious, it's going to be wonderful, it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to be very pleased that we've actually achieved that status, but we haven't achieved it yet. Now, we've got a little gap over here, so I am going to drop... that one in there. That's going to give me 1 roboport down there. That's one of the ones that I've just connected up. I'll go over there. Let my robots deal with that. And fill that one in. Right, so that one's done there. Then I've got a couple over here. I can see 3 of them. So I've got one right there that I want to put down. Let that one go in. That's my robot there. And then I got another one over here. Let that one come out. Fill that one in. And I'll come down here and I'll fill that one in. Like that. I don't think I will go and fill in the other one at the moment. I think that's looking pretty good. What I do want to do, though, is I do want to fill in that area there with landfill so that I can put another roboport down into there. So I will do that in a minute. We will go here, just like this. All the way across like that. Right, it's not very much, just filling that in. Keep lowering down too far. Right, let's just do... is that right? Nope. There, and there, and there. Right, so now I've filled that one in, and then I will also do this because I've got plenty of trees here and other such stuff, so I will drop that in there like that. Now, my own robots are going to go out and go a little bit crazy with it. They're going to fill in and do some of it. I'm hoping they won't do all of it. Actually, I'm going to switch the robots off now. So they will go round, they will do a bit, but then they'll just come back into me. They won't pick up any fresh orders, they will just drop down, and then they will stop. So then the other robots, they will go along and they will deal with that. So let them go and do that. I don't need to concern myself with it. I got more of them coming down over this way to go and either pick up some other items from elsewhere, or they're coming through to... I don't know what they're doing, right? They've got their own nefarious purposes that we do not need to concern ourselves with. All we need to concern ourselves with is this over here. So I've got this blueprint. That is the only change, and I'm going to change it so that all of them from this point on have got that, which I think would be a very good idea. So, no, it's not you. It's that one there, Solar Farm. I'm going to remove Solar Farm, like that, and then I'm going to go back onto here, and I'm going to do that on Solar Farm, and it's exactly the same as I had it previously, except that I've now got a radar in the middle, Solar Farm, which means that I'm now able to do it via a map. I will not have to come over here and manually place the whole thing down myself every time anymore. So I can go up like that and drop that one down there, and then I can do the same right there, and move over this side, and I can do the same there, like that. Right. There's those three. They've been placed down. Now, I'm going to just run down to the south a minute, and I want to see how far that radar is actually covering. I need to make sure I'm far enough away from it so that I can't see. And then zoom in. Right, it's completely covering the whole area. I've got no problem with that. So, with the new radars that are being placed down, if I just do this, and I go over there and I remove all of that timber as well, like that, that will now go through. They will go and they will remove all of the timber, and they will go down and they will place down all of the solar panels, the radars, and the other bits. The bits that they won't do at the moment is the accumulators, because we don't have the power for it, and the 3 roboports up there, because they simply haven't been built and we don't have the materials for them. But I've got 3 more solar farms now being built, and what I'm also going to do... Oh, no, I'm not going to at the moment. We've got 670 of these right here. Objects are missing. But that's alright. They can stay missing for a minute. I'm going to run down here. I've got some landfill being brought over, and I've got some trees being removed as well. And then we've got a load of trees up the top that are being removed. And I've got enough roboports here that I think we're alright, because that's just that's a construction thing. So it's not really something that I want a robot highway for. I just want to start building out more roboports. And you can see they are coming out over here. As I start putting these in, it's slowly pushing out where the requests are. And they will go out and they will fill in all of the area around here where we put the blueprints down. That bit down here, look. Oh, that's waiting on... Oh! I'm waiting on landfill. Have I not got? Yeah, I have. I've got landfill. Huh. Oh, it's because, yeah, the power, it shuts it down, and then they change their mind as to what they're actually doing, and then they go back around and they do it again, and so on and so forth, and it gets strange and weird and very peculiar. You know, I'm starting to think that maybe we should remove some of the fast speed modules, because maybe those are making life a little bit more difficult for me. Don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous, Frithgar. We don't need to worry about such things. Such trivialities. That's not going to affect us. Not in the grand scheme of things. Well, it will, but, yeah, we're still going to ignore it. We're just going to pretend that everything is alright and that we don't have to worry about a thing. That's my approach here. That's how I'd like to move forward with this. So I'm going to take 16. Well, folks, Rome wasn't built in a day, and 1 million minions are not going to be built in a single episode. We've run out of time, so if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.